Welcome to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. I'm Cindy Baelish, your Doodle Warrior Coach, here to help you turn self-doubt into unshakable confidence, rediscover your purpose, and create a life you can't wait to wake up to. Grab your favorite pen and let's doodle your way to clarity, joy, and freedom, one episode at a time. Welcome to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way. I'm Cindy, the Doodle Warrior Coach. Did you know that our minds are always talking? Always. The question is not whether your mind is talking. The question is what it's saying and whether you're letting it run the show. Most of us live as if the voice in our head is neutral, like it's just reporting facts, like it's the news. But it's not neutral. It's broadcasting what we believe. What we rehearse in our mind becomes the life we build. I was in the car with my son one day. He was 19 at the time. And we were just driving somewhere ordinary, nothing exciting. But he brings this little Bluetooth speaker with him everywhere he goes. It's just his routine. He unpacks it, connects it, and plays his music. They're old cowboy songs, really slow, twangy, not my thing at all. And I remember thinking, this is so interesting. He doesn't just get in the car and listen to whatever happens to be on the radio. He makes a choice. He makes sure he has exactly what he wants. He makes sure he has what he wants to hear available. He doesn't leave it up to chance. And I remember sitting there thinking, we do this with music. We turn the channel if we don't like it, but we don't do this with our thoughts. We just get in the car of our lives and let whatever station is playing play. The voice in our head feels like it's true. And that's the tricky part. Those thoughts feel factual, automatic, and justified. When I think you're not good enough, it doesn't feel like a simple sentence. It feels like the truth. It feels like a conclusion. I struggle with this one all the time in my business. I create, write, or record something, and I hear that little voice, the mean girl, almost immediately say, it's not good enough. You're not good enough. You need to make it better. No one should see this. And I can feel that in my bones. I feel a heavy knot in my stomach, and I feel discouraged. And then I hear a subtle whisper that says, maybe you should just give up. Maybe this isn't worth it. Maybe you aren't worth the effort. And if I let that station keep playing, I start to act like it's true. I hesitate. I procrastinate. I almost give up on my dream entirely. That's my never-ending loop of self-doubt. Thought, emotion, action, results. There's the loop. The thought says, you're not good enough. The emotion is discouragement. The action is I start to hide, I hesitate, I procrastinate, I stop, and I give up. And what are the results? Nothing moves forward. Nothing happens, which reinforces the original thought. And then the thought is, see, you're not good enough. This is not theory. This is daily life. So let me show you something. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening, just picture it. Okay, so here I've drawn a boom box. It's a rectangle, not necessarily big. And I've used 2 poop emojis to make the speakers. Okay, and then I have antenna coming out. This radio I call ICU radio. And out of that antenna are coming poop emojis. And each of those little poop emojis has a thought connected to it. So they are things like, this one says, you will fail anyway. I see that you don't have enough time. What will they think of you? This one says, it is selfish to spend dollars or time on yourself. Anyone ever have those kind of thoughts? I shouldn't spend time on myself. It's selfish. You're not good enough. I see you don't know enough. I see you are not good enough. I see you will fail anyway. I see you don't have enough time. I see you don't follow through. So all of these have poopy thoughts coming out of it that make us feel yucky, right? This station makes me want to give up and quit on myself. And if you have been listening to a station like this for years, it may feel normal, but it's not. You can change the channel. On this side, I have drawn I Heart You radio. It's the same shape. It's a rectangle, but it has hearts for the speakers. And it has hearts coming out of the antenna. And the sentences sound different. They say, good job. I believe in you. You've got this. You are worthy. It's important to take care of yourself. You are brave. And more you can add. You are allowed to take up space. You are good enough to start. Both stations are available to us, but most of us never question which one is playing. We just assume the first one is accurate. But here's what I want you to hear from me today. The voice in your head is not neutral, and you do not have to believe everything it says. So the question is, how do you stop listening to that station? Let me give you 3 simple ways to stop listening to your radio station that is not serving you. First, you literally say, I'm not listening to you today, out loud if you need to. When those thoughts that hurt you or are not good for you you hear them, you're not good enough, or whatever they are, you respond, I'm not listening to this today. That's it. You don't argue. You don't get emotional. You just interrupt the pattern. Number 2, mentally change the channel. Just like my son chooses his music on purpose, picture yourself reaching over and turning the dial, or pull on your ear, or turn the knob behind your ear. You know the old station is still there because you know you can hear it. But if you don't turn the dial to receive the station, you don't have to listen to it. You get to decide to change the channel. You don't pretend the first station doesn't exist. You just choose not to stay there. Visualize the new station, the one that says the I Heart You radio, that says you're good enough. You are allowed to try. Good job. You've got this. You don't wait for it to feel true. You choose those thoughts to listen to right now. Number 3, talk back. If the voice says you don't follow through, you respond, I follow through sometimes, or I don't follow through yet. If it says this isn't perfect, you say, done is better than perfect. Or say, I was only aiming for C- work anyway. If it says give up, you're not good at this, you say, I don't give up. I keep trying. Or practice makes perfect. You are allowed to answer back because thoughts are sentences. And sentences can be challenged. But here's the interesting part. Your brain doesn't actually know the difference between something rehearsed intentionally and something rehearsed automatically. What you repeat becomes familiar. What becomes familiar starts to feel true. That's how we're wired. So if you've had decades of repetition on the ICU radio, of course it feels real. You have heard other people rehearse it to you and you have rehearsed it to yourself, but you can rehearse something new. Let me tell you what I didn't do. I didn't wait until the voice disappeared. I still hear it. I still have days where the ICU radio is loud in my head. The difference now is I don't automatically act on that thought anymore. I just keep trying anyway. I am not perfect, but done is better than perfect. And I keep going. I keep trying. And every time I do, I weaken that signal of that old radio station, of that ICU radio station, just a little bit. When you can finally start noticing the patterns, you start asking, is this really the station I want to keep listening to for the next 20 years? And if the answer is no, change the channel. You get to choose what you listen to. So let's recap what we learned today. Your mind is always talking. The voice in your head is neutral. It's just broadcasting what you believe. Thoughts create emotions. Emotions drive actions. Actions create results. And if you don't interrupt the station, it keeps reinforcing what it believes to be true. You have 3 ways to stop listening. There are 3 simple ways to stop listening. 1, just say, I'm not listening to this today. 2, mentally change the channel. Imagine yourself turning the dial to something new. 3, talk back to it. Answer that thought with a stronger one. You are not powerless here. You are not required to believe every thought you think. You get to choose what you rehearse. And what you rehearse becomes the life you live. If you're in a place right now where you're wondering what you even want next, if the old station has been running for years, I created something for you. Take the quiz, what do you want in your next chapter? The link is in the show notes. It will help you get clear on what you actually want. Not what the old station has been telling you. The link is in the show notes. Click it and let's get started. I'm Cindy, and this is Doodle Healing the Warrior Way. Thanks for listening to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. If today's episode inspired you, make sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement. Want more? Grab my free Doodle Your Vision Board guide. The link is in the description below. Remember, you are the warrior of your story. Your life, your masterpiece.